Hi, my name's Margaret. Welcome to card readings. I did what Kath said. I wore a different mask. Yeah, I actually think this is the same as the other one. I could be wrong. I do have a reaction to it, as you could probably start seeing it now. But this was me in the morning before I went out. This is what I looked like. I went down to the shop. As you can see, I wore a mask like I always do. Different colours, you can see, so it's not that I'm saying one thing and another thing. This is me in the bathroom. A mark shop. Doesn't look that good, does it? And this is, I just thought I'd take this photo on the way home. You can see my face puffing, kind of thing. And there was another one I want to show you. This is when I got home. You can see it there, yeah? Now, it's really interesting with it all. Actually, I think that this one was it. Sorry, that one's the picture. So yeah, it's puffy, but it's there. So what I do what I did yesterday, and I'll tell you a story. It's not as big as that one I just did yesterday, but it's more to see my face, and I'm going to talk about how I got my confidence and how things has changed for me. Because I just did a thing, I watched this thing of a lady talking about how she's proud of herself and who she is, and people should follow her in that way, and not have her as a follower, have yourself as a follower, and proud of who you are, yeah? So I thought I'd share this story with you. So you guys out there probably know by now I am psychic, yeah? But I did not know it to about 2005. When I started to watch me, my co-workers knew straight off, they knew I was psychic. I had no idea, yeah. So I would always not follow in the sense, do it like my friends said to do this, but in a work sense or anything like that, I would follow. So if someone said to me, wear a mask when you have in the toilet, I would wear a mask. I wouldn't question it. If they say, I don't know, wash your hands every 5 minutes, I would wash your hands every 5 minutes. I would have boundaries. Like I had a client, let's call him Jeffrey, he's renowned like Jeffrey. He's very well built kind of guy. You need, back then you could lift people up. So back then we have 3 people. If you was going to lift this person, you have 3 people. And I remember I met Mark. Yeah, I have to say Michael, it doesn't matter, his name is not Michael. I met Michael in a house, in one of the Marie house, and I remember a star got Michael to hold her around her neck kind of thing, and moving him from one to the bed, to his, like a chair to his bed. And I remember saying to, I'll just say Mary, I won't use her name, because this is not blaming, it's just how I used to work, right? This is how I used to work. So Mary will say, I want you to do it this way. And I remember that morning, that afternoon, because it was after school. And I said to Mary, I'm not going to move Michael that way. I mean, I can hurt him and I can hurt myself. So I had my boundaries, that's okay. Then I went to a day service. We had a staff member, she was the first supervisor. Let's call her Anne. Anne's not her name. Alright. We have an Anne there, but a different job she had. So we call her Anne, and Anne would say, go around the circle, say to everyone, would you lift Michael up? And everyone said yes. And I turned around and said, no, I'm not going to hurt my back for anyone. Granted, I will lift someone else up, but not Michael, because Michael was just too heavy for me. So I had my boundaries like that. But if Anne asked me to look after for clients of mine, I wouldn't question it. I would just do it, and I have done it. And I wouldn't think about it, because I think, well, I can do it. I've been around people with disabilities all my life, so it's not a big deal, right? So I remember I had clients like, I think 8 at one stage during the night problem. And like I said, I had no issues with it. Now, if someone asked me to do it, I probably still would do it, because I don't have an issue with it. The only thing now, I would question if I have 8 clients, shouldn't there be another staff member with me? That's That's all I would say, and talk to that staff member about it, because policies and procedures have changed. Like, if I looked anyone in disabilities these days, I'd be fired. That staff member would be fired for it. So, but yeah, like I said, no, back then I wouldn't think about it. I would just do it and have nothing else. So staff members said to do that to me, to that person, I would do it because I had no reason why to think it. I think I can do it, so I just do it. Yeah. But now I will look at it and say, is that a policy? Is that the right thing to do? And that's where it came from. So I will question this. I have more confidence in that. But I have more confidence in other things too, where I remember when first time I went, the first week I went into Triple M and Southern Cross Channel 9 here in Melbourne, and I had a bad week in the sense I had dreams. This dream was going to go for, I think it was 2 weeks I've been having this dream. And one day Indy came to me and she worked for 100% hits, and she said to me, how are you? And I go, good, but I've been having these dreams, and I only met her probably 2 times, but I knew enough from watching her that she was confident, she was okay with it, and she was. And we talked about this dream, so I have more confidence in it, to a point where I don't ask a lot of help with my reading and writing anymore. I don't ask for it. I just do it on my own now, because I have equipment and I can do it, and I can do it all. And it's all because of learning more about myself for a show, and it's really interesting because it leads into this today. And it's not, I'm not saying, it's just these are just thoughts, alright? These are just thoughts, they're not but I just want you to think about this, okay? Yep, we all need to wear masks, right? And we have to wear, well, someone has to like wearing gloves, and someone has to use sanitizers. Okay, 1.5 meters away. But this is just a thought, and I'm not going to get angry with it. But when you think, if you're wearing a mask and that must protect you and the person next to you, like you're 1.5 away, why are we having stuff closed and we should have to keep 1.5 minutes away? If we're wearing masks, wearing gloves, use hand sanitizers, we're not allowed to shake hands. Isn't that interesting? Don't you find that a bit interesting, where this is meant to protect us, right? But we still have to keep 1.5 meters away? I don't know about you, that just doesn't sound right to me. Because isn't it has to breathe inside of it? It has to stop when it gets to this bit here. And like I said, it's just a thought, and I thought I'll share that with you, yeah? The other thing is, it's really weird, because I know people say this is no, but think about it. I know when I talk and I have this, some people understand me. Unless you can't understand me because of my dyslexia. That's understandable. But if we can do it, why can't the Prime Minister do it? Like I said, it's just food for thought. Okay. The other thing I thought about too is if we really do need to wear these, okay, and this is just a thought, because I thought about it the other day. Could we do it with compost? We do it with recycling stuff. Especially with compost, we get 3 bags for it, yeah, from, I don't know, the council, I think it is. We get that for free, don't we? Why don't we get this? If this was so important, why can't we, it's cheaper? Like, I know a pack of these, unless it's a cheap shop. This was Chemist Warehouse, okay, Chemist Warehouse. pack of 10 for $12. That's quite expensive to me for a mask that you have to wear. Yeah. I got this one in the shop, $7. Yes, it's fancy. I suppose that's why you have to pay for it. But still, when you think if this is all so important for health and safety side, I would say health and safety side of it, wouldn't it be free? Because you think about, I know how I talked to a lady because she had a green mask on. This was that. They're Ruwers, and she had a green mask on. Well, I might try them. I said to the lady, where did you get it from? And she said, I got it from Books. Gives it to you. And I find that really interesting. If the public really needs to wear masks and all this and that, when you think at least it would be cheaper, like one of these would be like 23 cents or something, you wouldn't think that. The other thing I just realised then is a story out there on I think it's Facebook, and it's about people making these. You see them, I think it's sewing them or something, but you see them sewing it and they're throwing it on the ground. Now, I don't know about you, this is meant to be a medical thing. Throwing it on the ground. What's on the ground? Yeah, like I said, it's not saying, it's just food for thought, okay? It's food for thought. And I bet you some of you guys haven't thought about this. I'm thinking, it really doesn't make sense. I mean, if it was that big a deal, wouldn't you, in this, like, have people going around houses, handing them in to the mailbox so you can use them? I mean, I heard there's a thing on, I think it's one of the current affairs shows, like 10 Panel or Today Tonight, something like that. They're saying in school you can get free pads. Yeah, so it's really interesting, isn't it? Where I'm just thinking, a lot of this, like, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I don't know how your body works with bacteria and all that. So I'm not going to say this and this and this, I don't know, right? But it does make me think about this eugenia stuff, yeah. I'm just thinking about this thing in, I don't know where it is, overseas, a factory or a place got blown up, in a sense. It was sound like it was their own fault. Something was in this factory and it just, I don't know, overheated or something that exploded this thing. I think it was 90 or 20 people in this building. There was one Australian and they all died because of this building site. Something happened at this building site. And I'm just looking at that, and the first thing that came to my head, I wonder how many people would go to it. Yeah, they have heaps of masks. I mean, the masks everywhere, right? When you think, has anyone thought about that too? Like, I know if this was real, the COVID-19 was real, and if I knew I'm going to a place where these people had COVID, would you go in there? Like, really? Yeah. So that's another thing I've thought about. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I thought I'd share with you, because it's really interesting how we look at something and we just think, yep, because it's on. Oh yeah, that's another thing I want to share with you, because this reminds me of this whole COVID thing, and I want to share it with you because it's really interesting. This was Friends, and I don't know if you all watch it. It's an American show. We have it here in Australia. It's on one of the 10 shows, channels. It's 11 now. It depends on where you go. Friends, and it was at the end of the whole seasons of Friends where Rachel and Ross gets together. But I remember, I think it was Ross trying to get to Rachel saying how much he loves her, right? And Rachel was up, gets on the phone and says whatever, and she goes, "What am I doing? I want to get off the plane. So what's how I feel?" And she goes to the one of the people who serves food and look at your tickets, and she goes, "There's something wrong with the Belangi." Something wrong with the Belangi, and everyone hears this, so everyone's freaking out about this Belangi, to a point that everyone has to get off the plane. And it's really interesting because the Belangi is not a real thing. I think it's, if I remember, it's part of your body. No, it's not part of your body. It's how I learned my some of my body bones, sorry. But it's not an actually word, Belangi, right? But it's got to the point where when they reload the plane, the pilot, I think it's the pilot, when he was checking in for the tickets for the people who hop on the plane, had to make a story up and said, we got extra Belangi, we checked all the Belangi, you'll be safe, right? He had to make this up because there's not a thing on the plane called the Belangi, but I don't know of. Anyway, it's a show, so it's just a show. But it made me think about the Cobra, because I'm telling you, it's all a fake, and it's interesting. But in with myself, I'm finding I will say things like this, and to make it a bit bigger. Like I said, the stand where if we wear masks, we have gloves on, we have sanitizers, whatever, can't we stay close to each other? It just makes sense. This is meant to protect you. So what's the difference? The other thing I thought with that one too, I'll talk to you in a minute, but it just gets bigger and bigger. Like on one of my YouTube ones or Facebook one, I did talk about what's the age of a child who can't, like say close to 1.5 minutes. And if you, in Melbourne, you would say anyone under 12. I bet you that was because I said something about it. Because like I said yesterday, media is very Bendigo. You see a lot of media stuff around Bendigo, right? So I know that. So it made me think about the Belangi story, how this lady, waitress, has made up the word Belangi, and everyone believed that, to a point that everyone has to hop out off the plane, to the point the airliner person in the pilot has to make a story up and say, the Belangis are fine, we put extra Belangi in the airplane, you'll be fine. Okay, you don't have to worry about the Belangi, we've got enough Belangi, it's fine. And it made me think about this, that the whole COVID-19 made me think about that. And it's really interesting how, and right now, had this happened, I don't know when the wave came, the second wave they called it, came in, but this week we just got this show called Mask Singing, I think it's called, and it starts on the Monday. And we just went through this whole chaos that Melbourne's going down to lockdown for, and I think that was about a week ago. So yeah, and at the same time they got auditions for Big Brother going on, and they think they're gonna have tape it in October and December. The auditions meant to start in August, and sometimes I think it's in between the 10th and the 20th, I think it was. So it's not that far ahead. I think it's another 10 days or something like that. And we're in lockdown. So yeah. So that'd be interesting in itself, right? Like I said, it's not me being angry, but it's just food for thought. And why do we have to say distance apart when we wear masks and having gloves on? Yeah, it's just an interesting thought. Tell me what you think. Like I said, as you can see, my face is getting a bit bigger, isn't it? Like, as you can see it. I'm going to look back on this and see it. And like I said, I'm going to put it on YouTube and Facebook. And like I said to Cav, I said to you then, I did try a new one. to see it, and as you can see, my face is changing a bit, and you can hear my voice changing a bit. That's kind of what happened yesterday. So I'll show you again. So like it's all here. It's not like I'm making it all up. It's all here. Right, that was the old ones. Oh, upside down. There you are. This is, yeah, I did that one better. That picture. Yeah, yeah, that's in me in the morning. Let's see, it's not me there. Me going down to the shop, buying potatoes, sweet the potatoes, yeah. So that's me in the morning, when I got up in the morning, yeah, that's me in the morning. That's when I went down to the shops. That's me in the bath and taking photos at the shop. Me walking home, so let's see what it looks like. And I actually think, no, that's not it. Yeah, it's me right now. So you can see it has changed. It has really changed. Actually, my eye's a bit watery in this one. I have to admit, it's a bit watery. I don't know why, because the metal bit hasn't touched my eye or anything, so I don't know why it's watery. So it has changed, and you can see it's changing again. Like I said, this is why I'm doing it. I think we need to take responsibility for our own actions. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad, whatever. We need to take responsibility for our own actions, and that's pretty much why I'm doing this, because it's alright to go out and make little funny things, and it's not going to harm anyone. But as we all can see, I am quite allergic to this. I don't know what it is. I have talked to people about it. And the worst thing about it, it doesn't say what it's made out of. And I suppose that's the worst thing for me, because if I knew what it was made out of, I can say, nah, that's what it is. So I don't wear it anymore, right? But I don't have anything about it, what it's made out of. So I don't know if I'm allergic to the cotton, or just the material, or this thing here. I have no idea. So that's half of the problem is I have no idea what it's made out of, so I don't know where to start with it too. So anyway, it's good, because I'm hoping someone watch this and think, oh, maybe we should do that, put what they're made out of. Because if we know what, especially if you're a doctor or a nurse and you're watching this thinking, maybe that's the problem with the mask. But because we don't have what it's made out of, we don't know what to do, yeah. So I'm hoping that if it's the medical person watching it and saying, yeah, we haven't thought about that, or if Amelia is watching this and thinking, maybe we need to pass this on, because it is an important thing. And I thought about that after I got home, like, yeah, if I did have a bigger reaction, I had needed an EpiPen, I'm here on my own, yeah, so that's why I thought I'd put that one out there too. So it's really interesting, isn't it, the whole, I find it, I'm amazed how one little thing can turn into something big. I must admit, the whole, where people say, I'm alright using sanitizers, but not the one with alcohol in it. And the problem with out here in Australia, everything, 90% of them are alcohol based, and that's my problem with sanitizers. If they weren't alcohol based, I would use them just like that. So it's even in that, and even like the hand touching side of it, where we have some people using the shoulders, and I think to myself, where do you think your skin's going to? in that where it makes you think, well, you can't touch with your hands and that, but where you think your hands are coming from on your clothes. And it made me think about that too. So it's funny, from one little thing can turn into something big. So yeah, and yeah, it makes me think, with kids. And I remember Kath, and this is not a thing towards Kath, but she said it's about the older people, and I get that, but you think about kids as a 12-year-old, they can wear masks, so aren't we worried about kids either? Yeah. So like I said, I'm not getting upset by it, but it makes me think about the whole thing. So I'll just leave that with you. And like I said, you can see it in me, like I show you it again, so you know it's not just me being because I'm not. This is me in the morning. Yeah. This is where I'm wearing a mask. Down to the shop. And you can see it's a different colour, so you know it's different. Whoops. Me in the bathroom. Look different again, don't I? To read it. Me coming home. Look different again. And I forget it's back here. Yep, and me here. So you can see the enlarge of my face, and like I said earlier, it's gone now, but my eyes felt really, I don't know what the word is, it's not itchy, but it just didn't feel white. It didn't feel white. I must admit yesterday, with the white one, I poked my eye a bit with the white one, but yeah, but this time I didn't, so it's nothing like that. And as you can hear, my voice is changing again, and yeah. So yeah, so like I said, if you're a media and you're watching this, I hope you think about this for the next time you try and do something. Think about the outcome of it at all. And like I said, I will try this one. I probably will try this one tomorrow. See how it goes. I'll probably do another YouTube with it or Facebook with it. See how I go. And I would, I'm going to read this tonight. I don't think I'll be allergic to this, but who knows with me. I mean, I'm shocked with the mask. I am very shocked with the mask. I actually thought I'd be fine with it, actually. But as we all know, you can see it. I'm not. So I'm going to learn through all this. And that means I have to look into something else for returning Gym Club. So see you for next time. Like I said, you can subscribe, put your thumbs up, like whatever you want, because it's going to go on YouTube and it is going to go on Facebook. So see you next time. Bye.